Hello students, welcome back to another computer class of class 7. Today we are in second online class of computer class. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 5 named as Advanced Features of MS Excel. At first we will discuss about spreadsheet. A spreadsheet is a graph sheet that is divided into rows and columns. Actually, a spreadsheet is a graph sheet where we store our important information as well as calculate and analyze. Spreadsheet can be divided into two categories: manual spreadsheet and electronic spreadsheet. Examples of manual spreadsheet are students list, employee list, etc. Those are used in business purposes. Examples of electronic spreadsheet are MS Excel, Lotus 1-3. Then we will discuss about MS Excel. MS Excel is an electronic spreadsheet software. MS Excel helps us to store, calculate, organize, and analyze data. Now we are going to discuss about features of MS Excel. First, auto format. It lets us to apply predefined table formatting options. Then auto sum. It helps us to add the numeric contents of a cluster of adjacent cells. Suppose we want to add any 5 values of adjacent cells, we easily do it by AutoSum features. Then list autofill. It automatically extends cell formatting when a new item is added to the end of a list. Then autofill. It allows us to quickly fill cells with repetitive or sequential data, such as chronological dates, numbers, and repeated text. It can also be used copied functions. Then charts. These features allow us to represent our data graphically in the form of column chart, bar chart, line chart, pie chart, and more. Then pivot table. A pivot table is a data summarization tool that is used to summarize, sort, group, and count the data. So, how do we differ normal table from pivot table? Normal table represents the contents, whereas pivot table represents summarized contents of another table. Secondly, normal table is fixed, but pivot table is flexible. Now, we will discuss about components of MS Excel. MS Excel window is very compact interface with several functioning parts playing an important role. Those will be discussed one by one. At first, Office button. It is located at the upper left corner of the window. It provides access to the most commonly used commands such as new, open, close, save, and more. Then quick access toolbar. It is located just to the right side of the Office button. This toolbar provides a set of icons that provides shortcuts to frequently used command. We can customize this toolbar. Then tabs. The main Excel commands are organized across the top row. These commands are known as tabs such as home, insert, formula, data, etc. Then ribbon and groups. Each tab gives access to a ribbon in which comments are organized into groups. Then sheet tab. Each worksheet has a tab at the bottom of the workbook window with the name of the worksheet on it. Then name box. This is sometimes included in the formula bar but is separately known as name box, as it contains the currently active cell address or the first cell address of a range. Then what is active cell? It is the currently selected cell that is ready for data entry. Then formula bar. It displays the contents of a selected cell or range that can be text, numbers, or formulas. Sometimes along with the formula text box, the name box is also included in the formula bar. Then fill handle. A small square box that is located at the right bottom corner of selected cell is known as fill handle. It can be selected for copying the contents of the cell to adjacent cells. Then cells and their addressing. Intersection of a row and column on a worksheet is known as cell. Each cell has a unique address that is formed by column address and row address. For example, B7, B is the column address and 7 is the row address. Column address always should be alphabet and row address always should be number. And column address should be placed before row address. The range of cells is denoted by the starting cell address and the last cell address separated by a colon. Suppose we select 5 adjacent cells. If first cell address is F6 and last cell address is F10, it will represent F6 colon F10. Then scroll bar. The two variations of them, the horizontal and the vertical scroll bars, are present in most of the window-based applications, and their main function is navigating those parts of the workspace which are not visible in the appearing screen. Okay student, this is for today. The remaining part of this chapter will be discussed in next video. Thank you. Hello students, welcome back to next computer class of class 7. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 5 since previous online class. Data entry. We can enter different types of data in a cell in MS Excel. There are various types of data in MS Excel such as text, numbers, dates, formulas, etc. Now we will discuss about type of data. First, text. The text or the non-numeric entries are usually the names or some data related to the numbers. Such data is not used for calculation. All text data is left aligned by default, but alignment of data can be changed. Alignment means position of data in the cell. Next, numbers. A number is used for calculations. and include digit ranging from 0 to 9. They also include the some non-numeric characters like this plus, minus, first bracket. Another name of first bracket is parenthesis. Then division sign, dot, dollar, percentage, capital E, small e, etc. A dot sign is considered as a decimal. Numeric or number data is right aligned by default. Its alignment can be changed. Then date. It is also a data type in MS Excel. It is used to insert date in the Excel cell. Then formulas. The formula could be a combination of values, cell address, operators, or functions. They are used to calculate or analyze data. A formula must be started with equal to sign. If a formula is not preceded by an equal to sign, then it will be treated as text. Suppose we want to add 6 with 5. If we write 6 plus 5 instead of equal to 6 plus 5, the Excel cell will display 6 plus 5 and no 11. So a formula supports operators. All types of mathematical calculation can be performed in the cell. Operators like plus, minus, division, modulus or percentage, asterisk means multiplication sign are used in formula. Already we know that Excel formula started with equal to sign. However, arithmetic operations will be carried out in specified order unless parentheses are used to control the calculation order. Arithmetic operations are calculated in the following order. First, negation. Second, exponentiation. Third, multiplication and division. Fourth, addition and subtraction. Let's take some examples that show how the calculation order and the use of parentheses can determine the outcome of the calculation. First, we will see the example number 1. This expression started with equal to because we know that any formula in Excel does not execute without equal to sign. It will execute as per the calculation rules. First, minus 3 will be multiplied with 2. Then the produced result minus 6 will be divided by 2. Then 5 will be added with 6. Then produced result minus 3 will be subtracted from 11. At last we get 8 as final result. Let's see execution process of second example. First 2 to the power 2 will be executed. Then the result will be added with 7. So the final result will be 11. Now we will see the execution process of third example. Here at first 5 will be added with 6 because that is in parenthesis or first bracket. Then produced result 11 will be multiplied with 3. then 33 will be divided by 11. So the final result will be 3. Now we will discuss about Excel function. A function is a predefined formula in MS Excel that perform specific task. A function must have the following 3 parts. Those are equal to sign, function name, function parameters. The major categories are as follows. There are different types of functions in MS Excel. Those are mathematical function, statistical function, date and time functions, text functions, and logical functions. Now we will discuss about sum function. It is a mathematical function. It helps to add the numbers. Example, equal to sum within bracket written A6 colon A10. This is the cell range. In function, this is known as function parameters, and sum is the function name. Here we have taken 5 cells. First cell is A6 and cell content is 12. 14, 5, 10, 20 are in respective cell addresses A7, A8, A9, A10. So the sum function will produce 61. Then we will discuss about undo. Undo is used to reverse any action done by the user just before. Shortcut key of undo is Ctrl plus Z. Then redo. The redo function restores any action that have been previously done by undo. Shortcut key of redo is Ctrl plus Y. Okay students, these 2 videos for chapter 5. Thank you.